Today is day 269. You turn on the TV, and everyone is talking about the concern about Thanksgiving and why we have to be safe during Thanksgiving and the fear of COVID during Thanksgiving. I was watching the news this morning. Airline traffic is way up, and they're all concerned about the increase in airline traffic. Why is everybody worried about Thanksgiving? Because we have to be on high alert. We have to be on high caution about the COVID increase. And let me just give you two facts, because we're getting ready for Thanksgiving. But two facts that people need to understand that explain why this whole level of concern. First of all, first fact, by the current rate of increase in COVID, we're going to see a major spike. By the current increase, nothing else happens. You just look at the line of the COVID increase right now, you see it going up. Over 3 weeks, it has gone up 128%. 3 weeks. Why? All the reasons they told us. Remember they said, beware the fall, beware the fall? What happens in the fall? It gets cold, people start to stay indoors. College students start to come home. There's less outdoor activity. They talk about COVID fatigue. I'm tired of being disciplined. I'm tired of wearing the mask. You're seeing that spike go up now. 3 weeks, we went from 1,200 cases in the state to about 2,800 cases now, just by that current line. And you just factor out that line, and it just keeps going up, right? We used to talk about flattening the curve. Long Island, 149% increase in 3 weeks. Higher increase than across the state. Went from 141 cases per day to 351 cases per day. That's Long Island. Worse than the statewide increase. Okay, so that's the current situation. And then what happens? Now you have the holiday season. Thanksgiving isn't just Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is the start of the holiday season. And the holiday season is 37 days. What do you mean? Look what happens. Thanksgiving, next day, Black Friday. Everybody's saying we have to get ready for Christmas. Hanukkah's coming, Kwanzaa's coming. Right away, day after Thanksgiving, you go right to the Christmas season. Music changes, shopping, everybody starts. And then that increased activity goes all the way through New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And that is a period of increased social activity. Come over for a drink, we're going to have an office party, I'm having a house party. Let's get together for the holiday season, right? We do that every year. That's increased social activity. The more increased social activity, the more that virus is going to spread. Let's say that we have that current rate of increase. Let's say the holiday season only increases at 20%, which is the low end of what the experts suggest. So that holiday season, the increase in activity only increases the current rate by 20%. Look what happens. New York State, today we have 2.9% positivity. We go to 12% positivity. That's a problem. Long Island today has 3% positivity, goes to 18% positivity. That's a problem. Today, 351 people go into the hospital about every day because of COVID. It goes up 20%, 1,400 people per day going into the hospitals. That, my friends, is a real problem. So, Thanksgiving, we urge caution. Really, it shouldn't be about just Thanksgiving. Really, we're saying this holiday season we have to be smarter and different than we've handled past holiday seasons, because it's not a normal holiday season. Celebrate with your family. State rule is no more than 10 people in the household. You know, nowadays everybody has a different opinion about everything. Everything is politics nowadays. You notice that? Everything is political. This is not political. Donald Trump, his administration, his CDC, Centers for Disease Control, says celebrate only with your household, only with the people you've been with, only your pod. You talk about a pod now. Only your family. That's Donald Trump. President-elect Biden's advisors say the same thing. When is the last time you heard Donald Trump's advisors and Joe Biden's advisors saying the same thing? Right? Never. This is the only thing that I have heard them agree on. So this is not about politics. This is about just health experts looking at those facts that you just saw. It's going up anyway. It goes up a little bit. We're going to have a problem. This is not a normal Thanksgiving. It was not a normal summer. It was not a normal Labor Day. It was not a normal Memorial Day. It was not a normal school year. Nothing is normal because it's not normal. You want me to act different than I act normally? Yes, because it's not normal. Well, that's hard. I know it's hard. It's all been hard. Every day of COVID has been hard. And Thanksgiving is especially hard. I feel it. For me, Thanksgiving was the goal that I was looking forward to. When we were going through all those COVID cases, I would say, well, when we get to Thanksgiving, that's when we can be together, and that's when things are going to be normal again, by Thanksgiving, by Thanksgiving. And now we're Thanksgiving, and things are not normal. They're not normal. And it's sad. And Thanksgiving is the one time. It's family. It's about family. I have one daughter. I have three daughters. One daughter, twins, and Michaela. One daughter's in Chicago. I had her on the phone. She was going to come home. She's crying on the phone. The doctor said it's not safe for her to come from Chicago. Because even if you get a test, then you have to get on an airplane, then you go through the airport, who knows what's going to happen. So she's crying on the phone. And you know, as a parent, when your child cries, it just goes right through you, right? You melt, just melts. I have my mother, who is a senior citizen. She does not admit that she is a senior citizen. My mother somehow became younger than me in age. I don't know how she did that mathematical equation in her head, but you talk to her. She's younger than I am. But she just doesn't understand it. She just does not understand it. I had to talk to her last night. She called me back this morning to go back through the same thing. I don't understand. You haven't seen your sisters in a long time. You haven't seen your nieces. You haven't seen your nephews in a long time. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And she doesn't understand it. This is a Thanksgiving, 89 years old. It's never been a Thanksgiving like this in her life. But that's the fact. And it is hard. And it's hard to do. And it's so much easier just to say, we'll do it the way we normally do it. That's the easy way. Well, come over, we'll be careful. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. I wanted to say to Mariah, come home. I said to Mariah, I'll come pick you up. That's a long ride, Chicago. That's how bad I felt. I said, I'll come pick you up. But she said, even if I don't take the plane, then she's in a car with me for a number of hours, and then she still winds up home in front of people who she can infect. I didn't want to disappoint my mother. You know, 89 years old, she's thinking, how many Thanksgivings do I get, right? You start to think that way. But it's hard, but sometimes hard is smart. The way I try to do it in my mind to help me sleep is not a normal Thanksgiving. This is a special Thanksgiving. This is more special than the other Thanksgiving, because this is truly about giving thanks and honoring people who sacrificed for us this past year. And there are a lot of people who sacrificed to get us through COVID. There are people who gave their lives to get us through COVID. There are nurses who died to get us through COVID. There are doctors who died to get us through COVID. There are police officers who died to get us through COVID. There are National Guards people who died to get us through COVID. That's why this is a special Thanksgiving. And for that special Thanksgiving, yes, the celebration is different. But it is special. And it is in many ways more profound and more meaningful than the past Thanksgiving. So yes, it's going to look different, it's going to feel different. But in here, it's more special, it's more powerful than past Thanksgiving.